Yo, what's going on everyone? So right now the artwork is 100% guaranteed every time you run the Diamond Casino Heist this week in GTA 5 Online, and in today's video I will be showing you the best plus fastest way to complete this heist. After you watch this guide, you'll be completing this heist in under 15 minutes every single time, and you'll also not be losing too much money on your exit since we will be doing the aggressive approach. So if you want to enjoy my video, please don't forget to drop a like on it for me, but now let's get into this amazing guide. Okay, so first things first, what you need to do is enter inside of your arcade, go downstairs to where the heist planning board is at and click right on the D-pad to pay the $25,000 setup cost. From there, we can now start the vault contents mission, which is the first mission we need to do that allows us to see what the main target we are going to be stealing during the finale. And as I said at the beginning of this video, this current week in GTA 5 Online, you are 100% guaranteed artwork every time you start the vault contents mission. Which, as you can see right here, I got the artwork of course, so once you scoped out your vault contents, we can now exit the casino and make our way back over to the arcade to begin starting the prep missions. Before we start those prep missions though, the first thing we need to do is select our approach, which as I said in the beginning of this video, I will be showing you the best way to complete the aggressive approach. So go ahead and select the aggressive approach. Once you did, we can go over to the right planning board and click right on the D-pad here to begin starting the prep missions. First, we need to buy our gunman, driver, and hacker, which for the gunman, you want to choose the poorest option. Also, same thing for the driver, but for the hacker, you want to select an expert level hacker, which is either Paige Harris or also Avi Schwartzman if you have him unlocked. Once you selected your 3 support crew members, we can now begin doing all of the 6 to-do missions and also 3 of the optional missions. Of course, for all 6 of those to-do missions, you have to do them no matter what, but for the optional prep missions, I highly recommend that you complete the Duggan shipments, the reinforced armor, and also the boring machine prep missions. Which for those optional prep missions, you could either complete them like normal or also just pay for them. Either way, once you completed all 9 of those prep missions, we are now ready to start the finale, which for this finale, I will be doing it with only 1 friend, but you could do it with up to 3 friends if you wanted to. Once you start the heist, as far as the heist settings go, you want to select your entrance to the sewers, after select your exit point to the staff lobby, and then for the buyer, you want to select the high level buyer, which is farthest away, but it also gets us paid the most amount of money. From there, we can now set the percentages of everyone in the heist that is with us and then start the heist. So as everyone here knows, the aggressive approach during the Diamond Casino Heist is definitely the most difficult because we are going to be getting shot by pretty much everyone. But don't worry, because I will be showing you the best guide to not get shot whatsoever. I think we only lost around $50,000 on our exit. First things first though, you want to drive this car over to the sewer tunnel entrance, and once inside the entrance, you want to go up to this door and click right on the D-pad to enter inside. Once inside here, you'll see a wall that you need to go up to and click right on the D-pad on to plant an explosive. Once you planted that explosive, you'll be put through a cutscene of the wall exploding and all of your characters going through that wall. Once inside, here's where the war begins because we literally need to take out every single enemy that we see in our sight. Luckily, we completed the Duggan shipments mission though, so all of them won't have any helmets or armor, so they should be an easy one shot to the head. We also have the reinforced armor, so even if you do get shot by these guards that don't have the best armor, you still won't even lose that much health. Either way though, you still want to fight all of the enemies that you see and also try to get as many headshots as possible because even though the elite challenge is quite hard, maybe some of you could do it by getting those 80 headshots. Anyway, once you clear the way of enemies to go up to the keypads, you want to click right on the D-pad and swipe both of your cards at the same time to enter inside the man trap and walk all the way through to the actual entrance of the vault. Once at the entrance, you want to click right on the D-pad to plant a whole bunch of explosives all over this vault door because once you plant them, you need to back up and detonate the bombs, but make sure you detonate the bombs once you are outside of this red circle radius, that way you don't get exploded with those bombs. Once you blew up the entrance, we can now enter inside and start robbing all of the loot inside here, which we have a whole bunch of artwork, and luckily we don't even need to do the keypad hacks with the fingerprint since we have the thermal charges to do that job for us. That's why maybe some people might like the aggressive approach more because you don't have to worry about that annoying fingerprint hack. All you have to do is walk up to these keypads and click right on the D-pad to plant a thermal charge. And once that thermal charge opened the door, we could simply enter inside here and start robbing all of the artwork on the wall. It's literally that simple though. All you want to do is place those thermal charges on the locked doors to enter inside and start stealing all of the loot. Just make sure that while you are looting this entire vault that you leave around the 15 or 20-second mark, that way you don't get caught inside. Because by the end of that timer, there will be some gas that starts spewing down from the roof that you definitely don't want to take damage from. In this case, I made it out just in time with 2 seconds left. Once you did exit the vault with you and your friends, we can now swipe our keycards at the exact same time to make our way back inside the man trap and start making our way out of the casino. Just keep in mind, from here on forward, every time we get shot from one of the enemies, we will be losing money slightly from our take, which currently is $4.7 million. But don't worry, because as I said earlier, we did that Duggan Shipments prep mission, which allows us to easily take out all of these enemies with a simple one shot to the head. So make sure every single time you aim at these enemies that you are aiming towards the head, that way you get that really easy one-shot kill, and so it also goes towards the elite challenge if you are going for that, because we do need to get a total of 80 headshots for the elite challenge. Anyway, once you pushed all the way forward, taking out all of these enemies, you then want to place a thermal charge on this keypad to open the door. Once the door is open, you want to enter inside and make your way all the way up these stairs, but keep in mind there will be lots of enemies on the way up here, so make sure you take all of them out with, once again, a simple headshot. And once you are all the way upstairs, you want to make your way inside the security room, take out all of the guards in here, and have your friend hold the button to open the daily safe. Once he opens that daily safe vault, we can then enter inside to steal all of the cash in here, which, as I said, this will get us all of the money back that we just lost from the take. If you remember earlier, the original take was 4.7 million, so we only lost around $40,000, which is not that bad whatsoever, and we are about to get that money back and even more from this daily safe. Take a look. After I looted the entire safe, we walked away with $4.8 million, which is $100,000 more than we originally left with, which is perfect, and now we can exit the casino just like so. To do this, exit through this door here to take out all of the enemies and push your way forward through the front door entrance. From there, you'll be put through a cutscene of all of the noose officers spawning in front of the casino, and then after, you'll spawn outside of the staff lobby door. Once out here, you want to follow exactly where I'm going, also taking in mind that you need to take out all of the enemies that are in front of you. Because we don't want to get shot that much, because as I said, every time we get shot, we will be losing a little bit of money. But it's literally as simple as you following where I'm going across this racetrack, taking out these 2 police officers and also the other 2 here near this car. Once you took those 2 guards out, there's only 2 more officers that we need to take out down this little part of the hill, so make sure you prepare for them because they will be coming around this corner. Once you took out those 2 officers, we are pretty much completely done taking out officers from here on out. All we need to do now is make our way over to the street and take out one of these NPCs in a vehicle to use their vehicle to drive over to the police station. You could also just make your way over to the getaway vehicle, but just keep in mind if you are doing this way with an NPC vehicle and you have 4 friends, you will need to find a specific NPC vehicle that could fit all 4 of your friends, or you could also just get 2 NPC cars. Once in the car though, you want to follow exactly where I'm going over to the police station in front of the casino, because up here is going to be a helicopter that we could use to go over to the buyer, since our buyer is literally all the way over in Paleto Bay. That's what we get for choosing the high level buyer, but as I said, that is completely fine because that will get us paid the most amount of money, and it's also not that hard with this helicopter. So once up here at the helicopter pad, you want to of course have you and all of your friends get inside. Then once inside, you want to fly this all the way over to the buyer, trying your best to dodge cops. That way you lose the cops before you even get over to the destination. But at this point here, once you are in the helicopter flying over to the buyer, whatever your take is pretty much how much money you'll be leaving this finale with. And as I showed you earlier, once I left the daily safe, I walked away with $4.8 million, and now I only lost around $50,000 from me leaving the casino going over to the helicopter pad, which is not that bad. Of course though, if you were taking out the cops more than I was, you could lose less money than I did, but still $50,000 is not that much money. But if you didn't take out the cops like I did, or you don't do a good job, you will lose even more money than I did, which is definitely not what you want. So make sure every single time you get shot while leaving the casino that you shoot all of those officers, that way they don't make you lose that much money. Anyway, cutting straight to it, here's how much money we got paid for passing the heist. Take a look. The potential take was $4.7 million, and the actual take that we walked away with was around $3.5 million. And I gave myself a 85% cut since I did all of the prep missions, which gave me $3 million. And sadly, we didn't complete the elite challenge since we were short on the headshots. We only got around 39 headshots, and we need to get a total of 80. So if you were to get 50% more headshots than I did, then you would be able to complete the elite challenge. So I walked away with that $3 million, which is not bad whatsoever, and also 4100 RP, which is also very good on top of that money. Honestly though, that elite challenge is very hard to complete, especially with the aggressive approach. With the silent and sneaky approach and the big con approach, the elite challenge is very easy, but it's definitely not that case with this approach. Anyway though, that is now going to be the end of today's video. You'll officially know how to complete the entire Diamond Casino Heist with the aggressive approach in GTA 5 Online in 2026 the best and fastest way possible. If this video went on to help you out, please do me a favor in return by dropping a like on it before you click off. And of course, if you aren't already, make sure you definitely hit that subscribe button. That way you don't miss out on any future GTA 5 Online videos just like this one from me. But with all of that being said, if you want to see how to complete the Diamond Casino Heist with the big con approach, which is my personal favorite approach for this heist, then make sure you click the video that you see on the middle of your screen right now.